It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. I'm super excited to bring you a beer today from Vocation. Not only Vocation though, but Kirkstall. Vocation and Kirkstall, two of Yorkshire's finest breweries. This is number 666. Imperial Stout. It's 10.9% ABV in a 440 milliliter can. I'm building this up. I'm hoping it's great. Because again, I'll mention it again. There's two breweries here on the can which are the creme de la creme. Yorkshire's finest. In my opinion. Kirkstall. I often say it, kind of paisley style cans. They don't really pop massively when they're sitting on a supermarket shelf or in a bottle shop. They don't really kind of like grab you. But look past that. Look past those paisley style cans. Remember the old paisley shirts from the 1990s? They've kind of got that style about the cans. Ignore all of that. Pick up a Kirkstall beer. They're generally fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And of course, Vocation. Well, they're just Vocation, aren't they? If you're into craft beer, you'll know Vocation. Let's get this beer out into a glass, see what we get. I just heard someone singing Mr. Lover Lover in the lane. They've put in fiber optic cable. We got a telegraph pole out the back, and they're replacing some of the copper cables with fiber to the home. And I quite like listening to it, to be honest, because I used to be on the building sites myself. I was a builder. I used to do this sort of thing, and it's amazing how kind of like out of touch you get with it all. When you hear these kind of like people working in small groups and, you know, they're singing their songs and they're doing their jobs, you kind of miss it a little bit. You do. You definitely miss it a little bit. But I'm too old to be definitely climbing telegraph poles. And we got a 2-finger tan coloured head. It's a jet black beer in the glass. Good amounts of carbonation. Looks really good. Really good. I want to give a shout out as well to Bingley Brew Club. Have I got one of their... I haven't got one of their beer... Oh, yes, I do. I have a beer mat to hand. The beer was kindly sent to us by Bingley Brew Club. So, if you like Yorkshire beer and you're living somewhere else now in the UK... you can jump on this website. Excuse the bar mat, it's a bit dirty now. I've been putting beer glasses on it. I've been using it for what it's supposed to be used for. But if you're living anywhere now in the UK and you're a fan of, say, Salt or Frisky Beer, Salt Air Brewery, Vocation, Magic Rock, Northern Monk, Timmy Taylor's, North Brewing Company, Bingley Brew Club, Ilkley, Kirkstall, Black Sheep, Horsforth, Wishbone, Amity Brew Company, then check out Bingley Brew Club. They do a subscription service where you pay monthly, you get a bag of crisps, bag of Yorkshire crisps. Love it. And some Yorkshire beer. I think Yorkshire's probably the best part of the UK for brewing. I think if you want to taste the best beer from the UK, I think you head to Yorkshire, personally. So, we've given you the description of the beer. Let's get the aroma. Oh. Chocolate, coffee, caramel, tobacco smoke. Quite sweet though. There's definitely a large amount of sweetness coming through. I don't know if I'm imagining things, because the last time I had an Imperial Stout from Vocation, it was that Celebrations range, and I really wasn't a fan. But this smells great. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I sense the sweetness in the aroma. I can smell the sweetness in the aroma. I'm disappointed. I'm not going to mess about. I built this beer up massively. I probably spent a few minutes talking about each brewery and... It's a dessert stout. It really is a dessert stout. They've not advertised this as a dessert stout. They've advertised this as an Imperial Stout. I've just finished reviewing a stout at 4.7% ABV. Over half the ABV of this beer here from Unbound Brewing Company. And that was just as big and bold as this beer here. But it had a fantastic stout qualities. Chocolate, coffee, caramel, bitterness, more bitterness, more bitterness. This just like starts off really sweet and stays there. Really, really sweet, overly sweet Imperial Stout. I've been buying Imperial Stouts for a number of years. Probably the best part of 13 years. And you could have bet your bottom dollar. You could have bet your bottom dollar with the design of the can. With all of the coffee on here. The coffee beans. Number 666. You know, they're telling you it's going to be bold and massive and maybe bitter. And maybe not for everyone. But what it says here, the muscovado, caramel, well, I don't know, it's really sweet. Really sweet, too sweet. I hate sweet beer. Absolutely hate sweet beer. And this is like someone's taken away the bitterness in an Imperial Stout and added like 4 capsules of sweeteners to it. Loads of sweetener, loads of like overly sweet. It's mucky. It's mucky. It's like, it's not what I was expecting whatsoever. There's no real bitterness to it. There's no real... I just drunk a stout at 4.7% ABV that was twice as bitter as this. I can't drink that. I'm really disappointed because I saved onto this. I saved this beer for like... I just wanted to like take my time and enjoy it and love it. And I wish I reviewed it like a month ago because I don't like it. Here's balance. Tightrope walker or hang glider, yeah? Stouts used to be bitter. They used to lean over towards bitterness. But there's a few stouts I've had lately that are leaning towards sweetness. They've taken all that bitterness away and it's leaning towards sweetness, and I don't understand why. You're never going to get average Joe. You're never going to get your average man on the street to like Imperial Stout. A real Imperial Stout with bitterness. But that's okay. That's okay because I don't really care that average Joe on the street doesn't like Imperial Stout because it's too bitter. Leave that to me and you guys watching who like bitter stouts. Don't try and ignore me now. Don't try and ignore the people who like a proper Imperial Stout just to try and get the masses to like Imperial Stout. Because we're your core buyers, Vocation. We are your core buyers. We are the people that buy your Imperial Stout or buy Imperial Stout in general because we like bitterness. I think Vocation are playing a really dangerous game here of trying to pull in the masses to drink Imperial Stout when it's not for the masses. Really isn't. You're never gonna get. I don't care how you brand it. I don't care how you market it. I don't care if you put massive amount of television advertisements into Imperial Stout. You are not gonna get the average consumer to enjoy it. But what you are doing is you're alienating people like me. People who now will go into a bottle shop and go, do I want to buy that Vocation Imperial Stout? Is it going to be too sweet? Is it going to have any bitterness at all? I don't like it. I really don't like that. I think it's a really poor effort, and I think, again, it's a dangerous game. It's a dangerous game to be playing. Way too sweet. I pulled it up in the aroma. Way too sweet. It's syrupy sweet. 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.